This is SoIN.
This is SoIN.
This is SoIN. This is SoIN. This is SoIN.
This is SoIN. I'm Angie Fenton, and this is Colin Wood. Colin, we have a jam-packed show today.
That is, to say the least. We got food going on. We got charity events going on. There's just a whole lot of stuff you're going to want to stay tuned in for today.
But to start things off, my husband and also the co-owner of Extol Media, Jason Applegate, he also is the New Albany City Council president, and I, that was a long way to get there, have volunteered to be a part of Hospice Health's 15th annual Dancing with the Southern Indiana Stars. So we're actually going to be dancing together. I know who's going to lead. Well, that we'll find out soon. But to benefit the charity, there are a number of people who are dancing, both singles and couples who are dancing for hospice, which does so much on both sides of the Ohio River. Colin's the one who edited this little nifty piece together. Shall we let it roll?
Yeah, go take a look.
Can you even see in those?
Not when I look this far.
I can't either.
These are close-ups.
You look smart, though.
Yeah, it's the only part about it that looks. Oh, answer. She's a giver. She's a wonderful human to animals and people. Does like to control things with a super A-type personality, so that's where the leading of the dance comes into play. We'll have to maybe give in on some of that.
Jason's a comedian. He is big-hearted. He is someone who has developed passions for community and serving the community, and far out exceeded, I think, what other people had expected. That's been impressive and incredible to watch. That does not mean leading on the dance floor, though, in any capacity. We both know that he'll lead, and I'll tell him how.
And Angie has one dance.
I didn't know you felt that way. What do you mean I have one dance?
That she likes.
You're
really
talking
enjoys.
about a song. I love the
song,
wobble. I mean, so sue me. I love the wobble. Who doesn't? I loved the Macarena when the Macarena was popular. I love all line dances. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's the one she always pulls out.
I am not a one-move wonder on the dance floor, though.
No, but you do like the wobble.
I do love the wobble. I mean, if you don't love the wobble, it'd be like saying you don't love dogs or something. Hospice is, a go-to organization for so many different families, and we want to be able to support the two of us, but also as a team. And with the blessing of Scott Caesar, we are 100% gonna go in there and think of Bobby Caesar when we are trying to motivate ourselves.
And along the way, I've got to lose some weight too. It's a good motivator.
I know, because I can't wrap my legs around you.
And why?
We're going to use this together as motivation to get in better shape.
I think that's why she signed us up beyond helping everybody. She was like, this is a way I can get Jason to lose some weight. So the leading part because I will lead and she will tell me how to lead, and that's gonna be a struggle for her. It comes natural to me, but it'll. Getting to spend the extra time with you.
You held it in.
What?
I can tell by that face. Was that genuine?
Yes.
Your voice just did the yes when you lie.
Ow.
I think the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, I mean, you're right.
I am.
We have fun. We have fun together, but this will be an opportunity to do something that's out of the box for an amazing cause. Okay.
I have a question.
Sure.
What is the wobble? Because it seems a little inappropriate for a 50-year-old.
First of all, I'm not 50.
And he's fired.
Second of all,
He's
Colin's
fired.
fired. You don't ever round up ages. I'm all about the opportunity to grow older, but you don't round up.
What? 45.
And 14th of all, it is never inappropriate to do the wobble. Thanks to Colin here, Jason and I will keep you abreast of how we're doing with the Dancing with the Southern Indiana Stars event for Hospice Health.
Listen in on our sponsors, New Washington State Bank, also known as NWSB.
Since our humble beginnings in 1908 as New Washington State Bank, we have offered banking the way you want it. Now known as NWSB, we have branches in the communities of Henryville, Charlestown, Borden, Jeffersonville, Sellersburg, Scottsburg, River Ridge, New Albany, and coming in 2022, a state-of-the-art branch in downtown Jeffersonville. As a local bank, all decisions are made right here in Southern Indiana. Our customers enjoy the personal relationships, and we value opportunities to show community support throughout the region. At NWSB, we offer myriad services and modern technology, from online banking to mobile apps with check capture. And we are always here to serve you face-to-face with a smile. At NWSB, you'll find banking the way you want it.
I am Adam Christian, the owner and operator of Adam Paul Salon. Adam Paul Salon is a full-service salon, men's hair, women's hair, coming soon are hair replacement services. But we're also much more than that. I've got 12 years experience working in high-end salons that felt cold, clinical, and creating my own space was able to add some warmth, add some color, add some fun, like your hair. Other than just clients, we're also going to be interested in speaking with stylists who are interested in a smaller culture and in a salon environment like the one I've created. I'm Adam Christian of Adam Paul Salon, and we are excited about our new space.
We can't wait to have Adam Christian come on our Extol live stream. We do a live stream every Friday at 11 o'clock.
Yeah, mark your calendars. 11 o'clock Fridays, you're mostly going to see Angie, but maybe I'll make a guest appearance as well.
I drag Colin on there. We always have guests and things. And on June 3rd, he's actually going to bring along a subject who wants a quick change in style. So stay tuned for that. Extol Live, 11 a.m. Fridays on our Extol Facebook page and YouTube channel as well. But speaking of June, coming up very soon, it's the Southern Indiana Pride Festival.
Fun, food, and friendship.
Those are reasons to attend Southern Indiana Pride, but back it up for a second, Evan Stoner, we haven't been able to do so thanks to COVID. What does Southern Indiana Pride offer to the community, especially for people who've never attended before?
Yeah, well, it's a family-friendly festival. We have live entertainment on our stage all day. We have food trucks, and then we have a vendor mall as well. New this year, we're working with Pints and Union in New Albany to hold our 21-plus beer garden, and then also we're working with Alcove in Jeffersonville to have a VIP tent at the festival.
Even though it's Southern Indiana Pride, it's held in Jeffersonville, and Mayor Mike Moore has been tremendously supportive.
Yeah, Mayor Mike Moore has been incredible. The city of Jeffersonville has been a really good host. We're really excited to have it at Big Four Station again this year. It's a great location, but we've really focused this year on trying to bring in support from different communities. So we've worked really strongly with Floyd County businesses and New Albany businesses to try to bring them in the fold as well. And we're just, reaching out across our region and getting that support.
One of the things that I've loved watching on social media is when you're naming all of these different sponsors from different industries. Yeah. I mean, what has that been like? Especially because it's a tough time. It's a tough time for businesses. It's a tough time for events. But to see people really rallying once again. Yeah.
Well, promoting diversity among your employees and among your customers is really good for business. And I think our community businesses understand that, and they also recognize that Southern Indiana Pride is a positive organization. We're a forward-thinking organization, and they want to be involved with something like that. So having those conversations is really beneficial, and we're just excited to have that support from the businesses in our community.
Evan, what is the mission of your organization?
Well, obviously we start off with encouraging and promoting the inclusion and acceptance of our LGBTQ neighbors. Everybody has family. We have family members that may be gay or lesbian or bisexual, transgender, and so we just want to promote our community as one that is accepting and where diversity is one of our greatest strengths. But at the same time, I started this organization when I was 17 years old. So I like telling people, if you see a problem in your community, you have the power to change it. You have the power to step up and do something about it. So a big part of our mission is just encouraging people to chase their dreams and to also support the future of our region.
I remember that back when you were 17 years old, and quite some time has elapsed. What would you tell 17-year-old Evan today?
I would say you're doing good, but things don't change overnight, and it takes time, and you have to just stay at it and just try to make friends and try to meet people where they are, basically, and just try to find support even in unlikely places.
I know that it's a really busy day when the festival is actually here. But what is that one thing that maybe you take a moment to, whether it's to eat or just enjoy, what is that one thing you don't want to miss?
Well, in 2019, I was able to get up on the Big Four ramp and actually look at the festival from there. I was actually standing next to Mike Slayton, who's the executive director of Louisville Pride, and we were just sort of taking it all in. But I would say, make sure if you don't want to miss, if you can get down there for one thing during the day, try to be there by 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. And be able to see the drag show that's going to go on down there. That's sponsored by Board and You, actually, and that's going to be fantastic. And so I think everybody's going to be very happy with it.
Definitely. They have their brunches, and those have been incredibly, incredibly popular.
Right.
If people want more information about Southern Indiana Pride, where should they go?
www.soinpridefest.org. That's going to have all of our dates, times. You can still register to be a vendor in the festival and also to be in the parade. And if you'd like to sponsor as well, that information is on our website. And
the top 3 reasons to attend again?
Fun, food, friendship.
I'm there. Thanks, Evan.
All right. Thanks, Angie.
Ready Set Prepped is a local meal prep service that provides healthy, ready-to-eat meals that are chef-driven, macro-portioned, and fit into several diets and lifestyles. Most of our meals can be modified to fit gluten-free, dairy-free, low-carb, vegetarian, and vegan diets. With a weekly rotating menu, competitive pricing, and quality ingredients, healthy eating is made fun, convenient, and accessible. We offer a daily made-to-order lunch menu available Wednesday through Sunday with an online ordering page located on our website, ReadySetPreppedMeals.com.
We love Ready, Set, Prepped. They are absolutely incredible as a small business, and their food's delicious.
My personal favorite is the avocado toast. Maybe you guys should try that out.
That is definitely one of my favorites. You can check out their daily specials when they're open Wednesday through Sunday, and then also their prep meals to go are phenomenal. I highly recommend. But speaking of highly recommending, I highly recommend Magic Mike Benson. If you don't know who he is, you need to. He has a heart that is almost as big as the check that he recently gave to a local charity.
It's going for a great cause. Why don't you guys just go see for yourself?
I'm joined by some amazing people, and I'm really proud that we get to at least peek in on what's about to happen. You may know him by the name of Magic Mike, but Mike Benson of A1 Porta Potty, we're still not quite sure he's fully human. He's definitely a magician. We also have Caroline Johnson, who's the founder and executive director of Twisted Pink, along with Stephanie Jones, who's the community outreach director of Twisted Pink. Caroline, let's start with what is Twisted Pink and why did you see a need to found it?
Well, Twisted Pink is a local nonprofit organization based in Louisville, Kentucky, and we have a mission to provide hope and connection to metastatic breast cancer patients, and we do that by funding research and awareness of the disease. And we have three pillars, which are support, research, and hope. And one of the programs that Stephanie helped start was the Box of Hope program, and it's been really well received in the breast cancer community. We last year sent out over 1,200 boxes, and this year we expect to double that just by mid-year. So it's really taken off and been well received within the community.
Stephanie, could you go ahead and open the box and explain to us what's in there? And we'll go ahead and get some close-ups in there.
Yeah, so we send out, United Breast Cancer Foundation is our product sponsor. So they send us all the products that go in the box. And it could be anything from nice comfy socks for treatment, lotions, makeup, jewelry, just personal care items. And we've just gotten such great feedback, when someone's going through cancer treatment, especially people that are going through cancer treatment for a really, really long time, to get something in the mail like this, we've just gotten the best feedback. And so UBCF sponsors the products, but then we also need members of the community and organizations in the community to help us pay for the shipping to get it. And that's where Mike has come in today.
Mike, when it comes to your organization, I mean, A1 steps up, but you step up personally as well. Why in this instance, Twisted Pink?
Angie, we do a lot of benefits, as well as you've followed us around, and I've helped you with some benefits too, because our community really needs people like that to do that. What we did here was we have 3 pink portable restrooms that we put out on site. And for the companies that order them, every dollar made on those goes to breast cancer. So what we do is we save that money, and then we look for an organization that needs help, like Twisted Pink, and we come across each other, and that's what we're going to do today. Is we're going to help them.
You're going to do this. We can go ahead and stand up with this. And
It's just a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It is a big deal.
As you get older, you learn that several people that gets cancer. So today, we like to offer them $5,060.
Mike, you are clearly touched by the opportunity to give. Where's that coming from?
Very much so. Family members have had it, friends, and it's just an opportunity with what they do with the Box of Hope. Folks, you don't see this a lot. People kind of, COVID came and people kind of stopped giving. And that's what we wanted to do, is come back to the community and offer.
Okay, love this.
I know, it's great.
We can go ahead and take a seat.
Yeah. It's so important to have community partners like Mike and A1 Porta Potty, and we're so very thankful. Thank you so much. What people don't realize is that 20 to 30% of breast cancer patients will experience metastatic breast cancer.
And explain though, Caroline, what does that mean? How does that differ?
So metastatic breast cancer is different than early stage because it's moved to other parts of your body and there's no cure. People that have metastatic breast cancer will remain in treatment for the rest of their lives. And oftentimes that treatment stops working. And the median survival rate is 2 to 3 years. So the majority of the money that Twisted Pink raises is going to metastatic breast cancer research. And we want to do as much as we can to accelerate the research to provide new drug treatments to patients that are living with this disease.
I've had friends who very recently have been diagnosed, and I see a lot of hope, which I love that that's one of the pillars, but I see frustration that we've got to find a cure.
We do.
It's affecting, I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't know someone who hasn't been affected.
Yes.
So how do you how do you ensure that that pillar of hope that's so important to your organization continues?
Well, we do that through many ways. You know, we are people connectors. We have an online private support group for metastatic breast cancer patients. We collaborate with other organizations like the United Breast Cancer Foundation. There's also a local group here. It's Derby Week. The Hillbilly Outfield Coalition is having a party next week for Twisted Pink. And again, we could not do it without the support of Mike and companies like A1 Porta Potty that step up and help this cause.
That's for sure. What is one way that we can all help support Twisted Pink and the great work you're doing?
Well, first go learn about us and what we do at our website, twistedpink.org. We have many programs. We do offer an educational symposium at U of L in June. We have our annual gala in July. We always need volunteers, and anybody that wants to help will take it.
We're going to keep you all here, and I'll go ahead and fold this.
Yes.
I wanted to also just address this because this is about Twisted Pink, but it's also about Magic Mike Fenton. And as I fold this, I would actually wear this.
I'll hold it.
It's a wonderful gift. I'm going to have a guest who's going to come out here. So I've got to kind of set the scene here for a second. So we are in the midst of COVID, and I have my daughter at that time is turning 5, I think, because she turned 4 in 2020, so turning 5, and all this child wants is a party, which of course we couldn't have. And then and she was going through it. She was going through it in ways that were, they were scary for us. She was sleeping 14 hours a day, which, if you know a 4, almost 5-year-old, that is not normal. She was going in her room after Zooms or FaceTime and just crying. It was hard, and obviously we couldn't get out. And then 2021 came around, and she had asked me, and I spoke to the Louisville Rotary Group yesterday, and her words really helped change my life and the direction of my life and choices that my husband and I have made. But she says it's always going to be like this. And we decided that no, we can control certain things. Well, one little thing that she wanted, only little thing, was to ride a school bus in January. And I looked at my husband and just went, anything we can do to bring some joy to this kid. And who's the first person I called? Magic Mike. And I will tell you, I didn't know what his answer would be, but I knew that if anybody could come up with something, it was Magic Mike. And I have these amazing photos of Olive's reflection. It is freezing cold, and I'm still getting goosebumps from it. It was 30, 60 minutes of joy with our daughter Olive and her best friend Emelina, and they are just riding around the Super 8 in Clarksville, the track in a school bus, and that joy that turned on a light that we hadn't seen came from Magic Mike. And
everybody who knows you has a story like that. And part of the reason I asked Christian Evans, who's the executive director of the Building and Development Association of Southern Indiana, is because something that happened in late 2021, you had an award named after you, and before Christian announced all of that, who would receive the award, he said something that has stuck with me, and that was, we need to start celebrating people when they're alive. And instead of naming things after people once they're long gone, and it was so important to him to honor you. And so we asked Christian to take some time today to come out to really say thank you, Mike, for what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel inadequate at being up here with such a good cause and such a huge donation, but that's Mike Benson to a T. And our organization, we've had a community outreach program for many years, and it got a little bit repetitive because the winner of that award was Mike Benson, year in and year out. And our group, with the things that Mike does for the community, our group got together, and our chairman and I spoke, and we just decided, what happens if we just name this award after Mike? How would that be perceived? What would that look like? And it was such an honor for us to do that, for what you do in the community, Mike, and how much you mean to us and our organization. And I couldn't think of a more fitting title to have, and somebody that represents that award and embodies that, moving forward. So we were honored to do it, and I know it meant a lot to us, and I know it meant a lot to you. And hopefully we can have you and give your little spiel before each time that the award's presented. But we're so honored and thankful to have you in our community, for sure.
Christian, I have to ask, do you see people, especially because, of course he won it year after year. The list is long of the philanthropic types of things that Mike does, and does it with a true and genuine heart, and not to, take a selfie and, hey, look what I did. There's never been that with Mike. It is to bring people along and to lift others. Have you seen, maybe in a good way, it lift the competitive nature maybe of some of your members to be like, I want the Mike Benson Award?
Yeah, well, our industry is competitive by nature, right?
Sure.
So I think that was part of the reason that we wanted to award Mike with that, and everybody to step their game up a little bit to somehow get halfway to Mike's potential and what he's doing. And I think for us, one of the biggest things this past year, when Mike did the Bikes or Bust event, we've always driven by, and we've been to Target and all these places on, Black Friday or the holidays, or shopping, and Mike's been up there in that lift, and we've always wondered how can we help and how can we do things. And we were able to, with our organization this year, give 40 bikes to Mike and the Bikes for Bucks events. And I think for us, just seeing him in action and seeing how much he cares, and just when he presented this donation, just the emotion and how much care he has in his heart as a human being, I think that's telling. So I think for us, to have him as that North, star, and to look at, I think we can bring them along and put our community back to the place that Mike will leave it. So for sure.
Thank you guys so much for joining us with our most recent edition of This Is SoIN.
We'll be back again next Saturday morning. Whatever you do this weekend, we hope you're so into it.